Hello there, Galaxy of Heroes fans. I'd like to say, give a special hello to the people on the stream so far. Alex, Keith, hello there, and Avalon. It's good to see everybody. Now, as we know, ships are a constant headache, an emotional barrage on your senses. It takes us forever to farm ships, so until we get double drops on ships, we're going to be doing Galaxy Heroes ASMR. We're going to be reading through the abilities of every character in Galaxy Heroes. Hopefully you can relax, enjoy this. We're going to start with our Galactic Legends. We'll see how far we get today, and we will continue to come back on over and over. Hopefully you guys can enjoy this and maybe fall asleep to a little bit of Galaxy Heroes ASMR. Jabba the Hutt, there will be no bargain. Requires 100% ultimate charge to activate. Ultimate charge. Jabba the Hutt gains 3% ultimate charge whenever an ally with my kind of scum starts their turn or uses a special ability. If an ally with my kind of scum defeats an enemy, or Jabba uses his basic ability during a turn, he gains 6% ultimate charge. Jabba the Hutt instantly defeats target enemy, excluding raid bosses and Galactic Legends. Enemies defeated by this ability can't be revived. Bounty Hunter, Hutt Cartel, and Smuggler allies recover 100% health and protection. Hutt Cartel allies gain 50% turn meter. There will be no bargain on Galactic Legends. Dispel buffs, inflict armor shred until the end of the encounter, deal true damage to target enemy, and stun other enemies for one turn, which cannot be resisted. There will be no bargain on raid bosses. Deal true damage to target enemy equal to 30% of Jabba's max health 5 times, and stun all other enemies for one turn, which cannot be resisted. This ability can't be countered or evaded. Hello there, Novice, Jenga Jeff, Darth Nico Lego, Salacious, did I say E-Man? Hello, Lex Cracks, Cyrnal. Who else is here? I think I've got it covered. You know, IP, hello. Hey, by the way, if you're on and you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure and get a subscribe out there, like the video, let everybody know what's going on with your Galaxy of Heroes life. Let's move on to Jabba the Hutt's basic ability, Illicit Business. At max level, call the other weakest Hutt Cartel ally to assist, dealing 10% more damage for each active Hutt Cartel ally. Bounty Hunter and Smuggler allies gain protection up 10% for 2 turns. During Jabba's turn, he inflicts blind on target enemy, gains 6% ultimate charge, and the weakest Hutt Cartel ally recovers 30% protection. Hutt Cartel allies gain protection up 30% for 2 turns. Crime Lord. Dispel all debuffs on all allies and inflict speed down for 2 turns on all enemies. Other Bounty Hunter, Hutt Cartel, and Smuggler allies gain Hired Muscle for 2 turns, which cannot be copied. Hired Muscle, plus 30% tenacity, immune to daze and fear. Hired Muscle provides different benefits based on a character's role. Attackers, once per turn, when another ally uses an ability, assist, dealing 70% less damage. Tanks, immune to critical hits. Healers and supports, on attack, allies recover 10% health and protection. When Hired Muscle expires, it provides different benefits based on a character's faction. Bounty Hunter, gain defense penetration up for 2 turns. Smuggler, gain speed up for 2 turns. Hutt Cartel, gain advantage for 2 turns. Crumb's Revenge. Dispel all buffs, deal special damage, and inflict buff immunity on target enemy for 2 turns, which can't be dispelled. Inflict a thermal detonator on all enemies for 2 turns. Inflict an additional thermal detonator on all enemies for 2 turns for every 20% ultimate charge Jabba the Hutt has. Whenever a thermal detonator from this ability expires, all bounty hunter, Hutt cartel, and smuggler allies gain 2% mastery until the end of the encounter. This ability cannot be resisted. His high exaltedness, bounty hunter, Hutt cartel, and smuggler allies have plus 30 speed, plus 30% mastery, and plus 30% max health. Damage Hutt cartel allies receive is decreased by 30%. At the start of the battle, other Hutt cartel allies gain a stack of My Kind of Scum for each bounty hunter, Hutt cartel, and smuggler ally until the end of the battle, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Jabba the Hutt is immune to taunt effects and can't be targeted during enemy turns while an ally with My Kind of Scum is present. Jabba the Hutt gains 3% ultimate charge whenever an ally with My Kind of Scum starts their turn or uses a special ability. If an ally with My Kind of Scum defeats an enemy, Jabba the Hutt gains 6% ultimate charge. While enemies are inflicted with thermal detonator, their health and protection recovery effects are reduced by 50%. And we are only 50% of the way reading through this ability. That's... wow. Oh, sorry for the editorial comment. Back to the reading. At the start of each encounter, after the first bounty hunter, Hutt cartel, and smuggler, that's the misplaced comma, by the way, and smuggler allies gain critical damage up, damage immunity, and offense up for 2 turns, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. That should say after the first turn. At the start of each encounter, after the first what? I don't even know what it's saying. It doesn't make any sense. When Jabba the Hutt is in the leader slot, the following contract is active. While buffed with My Kind of Scum, deal damage with an attack to enemies with thermal detonators 20 times. Enemies must be debuffed with thermal detonators before the start of an attack to count progress. Only bounty hunter, Hutt cartel, and smuggler allies can contribute to the contract. During raids, this contract is fulfilled immediately at the start of battle. All bounty hunter allies have their payouts activated, and all bounty hunter, Hutt cartel, and smuggler allies gain 25% defense penetration, offense, and potency. Allies with My Kind of Scum have plus 55% mastery for each stack and recover 20% protection at the start of their turn. I feel like Victor Hugo is writing these. A large character, this character can't be used in the ally slot, and summons are prevented for allies. Let's see what's going on in chat. Jorge is here, but we're not doing intros today because we're keeping this chill and quiet. It's good to see you, Jorge. I'm really glad you're here. Alex still here. Hey, we're low on viewers, but we're having some fun, everybody, today. Sorry, Alex Cracks. I'd love to play your intro for you, but not today, my friend. Not today. Okay. All right. So what do we have now? Galactic Legend. This unit takes reduced damage from percent health damage effects and massive damage effects. They take massive damage from destroy effects, excludes raid bosses, and are immune to stun effects. This unit has plus 10% max health and max protection per relic amplifier level, and damage they receive is decreased by 30%. Jabba the Hutt's payout. Whenever Jabba the Hutt receives rewards from a contract, he also gains the following payout. Contracts are granted by certain bounty hunter leader abilities. Payout. Jabba the Hutt, gains 40% mastery, and all his ultimate charge gains are doubled for the rest of the battle. And that is everything for Jabba the Hutt. That was brutal. I need to do something here. So we have a little contest going on for the next 10 days. Anybody that attends a stream, let me see if I can find it here. Anyone who attends a stream, might be over here, which means you need to announce yourself in stream or comments on a video. So every comment you make on a video, trying to find my little moniker that I had. Let's do this. There it is. I found it right here. So anyone who attends a stream, make sure you announce yourself. Or if you comment on any video that I have over the next 10 days, let's reduce the size of that by a lot for everybody, then you will be entered. You will get 1 ticket per comment and 1 ticket per stream attended into a drawing for a 50 euro gift card, thanks to our buddy. Sorry, there we go. Let's lock it in. Oh, I got the wrong date on there. Oh, no. Well, I'll have to fix the date later. But go ahead and enter the contest, everybody. It's going to be through October 22nd, so I need to fix that. All right. Jedi Master Kenobi. It's over. Requires at least 50% ultimate charge to activate. Now, hang on a second. I've never actually read this. Why isn't this called "It's over, I have the high ground" or "I have the high ground"? What am I missing here? Anyway, it's over. Requires at least 50% ultimate charge to activate. Ultimate charge. Jedi Master Kenobi gains ultimate charge when he uses his abilities. If Jedi Master Kenobi is the leader, he also gains 3% ultimate charge when another light side ally uses a basic ability, doubled during their turn. If at the start of battle there was a light side unaligned Force user that is also Galactic Republic, hint hint, Commander Ahsoka Tano, all Jedi allies ignore protection while targeting a Sith enemy, and Sith enemies can't counterattack for the rest of the battle. Dispel all debuffs on light side allies. All other light side allies gain a percentage of mastery stacking equal to the amount of ultimate charge used with this ability, doubled at 100% ultimate charge until the end of the encounter. If less than 100% ultimate charge was used, Jedi Master Kenobi gains the high ground buff for 2 turns, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. All Galactic Republic allies gain protection up 20% for 3 turns, which can't be dispelled or prevented. If 100% ultimate charge was used, Jedi Master Kenobi gains the high ground buff for 5 turns, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. All light side allies recover 60% health and protection, and all Galactic Republic allies gain protection up for 50% for 3 turns, which can't be dispelled or prevented. High ground deals 35% more damage with out-of-turn attacks, a plus 100% counter chance, minus 35 speed, can't gain ultimate charge. Well, there's your high ground. Guess I should have read it before. Deal Ardent Blade Work. Deal physical damage to target enemy, and if the target was dark side, inflict ability block for 1 turn. Excludes Galactic Legends. The weakest light side ally without defense penetration up gains it for 2 turns. Okay. If this ability is used during Jedi Master Kenobi's turn, he gains 9% ultimate charge. I will do what I must. Deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict vulnerable and healing immunity for 2 turns, which can't be dispelled or resisted. Call target light side ally to assist, dealing 50% more damage. If Jedi Master Kenobi was selected, he is not called to assist and instead gains 12% ultimate charge, doubled if he is the leader. And this ability deals 50% more damage on subsequent uses, stacking max 10 stacks. Hello there. Light side allies recover 40% health and protection and gain foresight and tenacity up for 3 turns. Galactic Republic and light side unaligned Force user allies gain protection up 20% for 2 turns. Target other Galactic Republic ally gains damage immunity for 1 turn, which can't be dispelled, and their cooldowns are reset. Excludes granted abilities. Jedi Master Kenobi gains 1% ultimate charge, max 30%, for each buff on all light side allies. Harmonious Will. All light side allies have plus 25% mastery, plus 30 speed, and plus 25% max health. Galactic Republic allies gain protection up 75%, can't be dispelled for 4 turns. While Jedi Master Kenobi has the high ground, light side allies take 20% less damage, ignore taunt, resist all debuffs, and Jedi Master Kenobi is called to assist when a Galactic Republic ally uses an ability during their turn. At the start of battle, if all allies are light side, Galactic Republic allies can't be critically hit while they have protection up. Galactic Republic tanks gain taunt for 2 turns at the start of each encounter if they did not have it, and when they lose taunt, they gain it for 2 turns if they have protection but did not have taunt. At the start of battle, if all allies are Galactic Republic or light side unaligned force users, the first time another ally reaches 1% health, they dispel all debuffs on themselves, recover 50% health and protection, and gain protection up 50% for 2 turns. Whenever another light side ally uses a basic ability, Jedi Master Kenobi gains 3% ultimate charge, doubled if it was during their turn. Jedi allies' armor penetration is doubled when targeting a Sith enemy. Enemies and allies are immune to turn meter manipulation, excludes raid bosses. Time for a drink. Hello, Andre. Goodbye, Lex Cracks. Goodbye, Salacious. What are your rules there, Cyrano? No uppercase letters or exclamation. All right. Jedi Master Kenobi, or may the Force be with you. Jedi Master Kenobi ignores taunt during his turn. While Jedi Master Kenobi has the high ground, he dispels stealth from all enemies at the start of his turn. When another light side ally targets Jedi Master Kenobi with an ability, dispel all debuffs on him, and he gains mastery, stacking, equal to 10% of their current mastery for the rest of the encounter. When Jedi Master Kenobi targets another Galactic Republic or light side unaligned force user ally with an ability, dispel all debuffs on them, and they gain mastery, stacking, equal to 20% of his current mastery for the rest of the encounter. These effects can't be triggered by granted abilities, and the mastery gain will only trigger if the user has more than 0 mastery. When a Galactic Republic ally attacks out of turn, all Galactic Republic allies recover 2% health and protection, and call the weakest other light side ally to assist, dealing 20% less damage, limit once per turn. And finally, Galactic Legend. This unit takes reduced damage from percent health damage effects and massive damage effects. They take massive damage from destroy effects, excludes raid bosses, and are immune to stun effects. This unit has plus 10% max health and max protection per relic amplifier level, and damage they receive is decreased by 30%. Well, that's the goal, right, Alex? Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. Heroic Stand. Requires 100% ultimate charge to activate. Jedi Master Luke Skywalker gains 8% ultimate charge whenever a Jedi ally gains Jedi Lessons or the duration of their current stacks of Jedi Lessons is reset. Jedi Master Luke Skywalker transforms into Jedi Master Luke Skywalker Heroic and dispels Jedi Lessons from all Jedi allies. Dispel all debuffs on all Jedi allies and reset the cooldowns of their special abilities. All Jedi allies gain critical chance up and critical damage up for 2 turns and gain Jedi Legacy and 35% offense until the end of the battle. When Luke transforms, the max cooldown for They Grow Beyond and Efflux is reduced by 2. The least important ultimate ability in the game, in my humble opinion, Indomitable Blast. Inflict buff immunity on target enemy for 2 turns and deal special damage to them. Luke gains 2% max health, stacking, max 20% until the end of the encounter. This attack will critically hit if able and cannot be countered. they grow beyond. Inflict tenacity down on target enemy for 2 turns, then daze them for 2 turns. Increase their cooldown by 1. Raid bosses, inflict tenacity down on target enemy for 2 turns, and then inflict 3 expose for 2 turns on them. Call target other light side ally to assist, then grant them and Jedi Master Luke Skywalker advantage and critical damage up for 2 turns. If target other ally is a Jedi, that ally gains Jedi lessons for 3 turns, which can't be copied. If they already have Jedi lessons, the duration for all current stacks on them resets to 3 turns, max 3 stacks. This ability can't be resisted or evaded, and you get 20% mastery per Jedi lessons stacks. Efflux. Deal special damage to all enemies, then remove 20% turn meter from them, and inflict ability block and breach for 2 turns. Deal 10% more damage and remove an additional 5% turn meter for each ally with Jedi Lessons or Jedi Legacy. All Jedi allies gain 15% turn meter and critical hit immunity for 1 turn. Legend of the Jedi. All light side allies have plus 10% max health and max protection, doubled for Jedi allies. All Jedi allies have plus 30% offense and plus 40 speed. If all allies are Jedi at the start of battle, excluding summoned allies, Jedi Master Luke Skywalker taunts while he has protection. The first time each other Jedi ally falls below 10% health, they dispel all debuffs on themselves and gain critical hit immunity, defense up, tenacity up for 2 turns. Then Luke taunts for 2 turns, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. At the start of battle, Jedi allies gain the granted ability Inherited Teachings. Inherited Teachings. Gain Jedi lessons for 3 turns and call target other light side ally to assist, dealing 90% less damage. Then they deal true damage to the target enemy based on 60% of Jedi Master Luke Skywalker's base max protection, which can't be evaded. If that ally is a Jedi, they gain Jedi lessons for 3 turns and 15% turn meter, recover protection equal to 5% of Luke's base max protection, and reduce the cooldown of their Inherited Teachings ability by 1. This ability can't be used if there are no other Jedi allies. Cooldown 2. Legend of the Jedi I just read. Jedi Legacy. Similar to Legend, Jedi allies may gain Jedi lessons. The first time each other light side ally falls below 100% health, they recover 25% health and protection, doubled for Jedi allies. At the start of battle, Jedi Master Luke Skywalker gains Jedi Legacy until the end of the battle, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Jedi Legacy, 100% mastery, and plus 100% mastery, and ignores taunt during their turn, can't gain Jedi lessons. And finally, Galactic Legend. This will look familiar. This unit takes reduced damage from percent health damage effects and massive damage effects. They take massive damage from destroy effects, excludes raid bosses, and are immune to stun effects. This unit has plus 10% max health and max protection per relic amplifier level, and damage they receive is decreased by 30%. Let's give a little rest now for the vocal cords while I get a drink. Hold on for 1 second. Okay, no, there's no. My yawn was a real yawn. I don't try to manipulate people. And this is Lord Vader, by the way. End of the Galactic Republic. Requires at least 65% ultimate charge to activate. Lord Vader gains ultimate charge when he uses Dark Harbinger, and when debuffed Darkside allies receive damage, he gains 2% ultimate charge, increased to 3% if that ally was an unaligned Force user. Lord Vader gains 50% of other Darkside allies' current mastery stacking until the end of the encounter, then they lose that much. Empire and Darkside unaligned Force user allies don't lose mastery from this ability. If 100% ultimate charge was used, Lord Vader instead gains 75% mastery from this ability, dispels all debuffs on himself, takes a bonus turn, reduces his cooldowns by 1, and gains Ashes of the Republic for 5 turns, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. These mastery gains will only trigger if the character has more than 0 mastery. Ashes of the Republic. Lord Vader's abilities gain additional effects. Enemies defeated while this is active can't be revived. Lord Vader is immune to ability block, healing immunity, and shock, and can't gain ultimate charge. Vindictive Storm. Deal physical damage to target enemy, and if Lord Vader has 30 or more stacks of underestimated, he deals damage again. Each time this ability deals damage in the same attack, it deals 25% more damage. Ashes of the Republic deal damage again. Dark Harbinger. Inflict buff immunity and healing immunity for 2 turns and deal physical damage to target enemy. This ability deals 20% more physical damage on subsequent uses, stacking max 5 stacks. Lord Vader gains 1% ultimate charge, and Empire and Darkside unaligned Force user allies recover 0.5% health for each stack of underestimated. Ashes of the Republic. This attack also deals true damage. Unshackled Emotions. Deal physical damage to all enemies and inflict daze and 4 damage over time effects for 2 turns, which can't be resisted. For each stack of underestimated, this ability deals 2.5% more damage, and all Darkside allies gain 1% mastery, stacking until the end of the encounter. Ashes of the Republic. Inflict ability block for 1 turn, which can't be dispelled or resisted, and increase target enemies' cooldowns by 2. My New Empire. Darkside allies have plus 20 speed, plus 20% mastery, and plus 15% max health, doubled for Empire or Darkside unaligned Force user allies. At the start of battle, other Empire and Darkside unaligned Force user allies lose all protection and gain that much max health. If a Darkside unaligned Force user ally was present at the start of the battle, for the rest of the battle, all Empire or Darkside unaligned Force user allies take 30% reduced damage from enemy light side unaligned Force user attacks. If all allies are Darkside at the start of the battle, it's so stupid. Empire and Darkside unaligned Force user allies are immune to fear. Empire tanks gain taunt for 2 turns. And when an Empire ally loses taunt, they're inflicted with marked for 1 turn, which can't be dispelled, prevented, or resisted. Whenever a Darkside ally loses a buff, Empire and Darkside unaligned Force user allies gain 1% mastery, stacking, until the end of the encounter. Whenever a debuffed Darkside ally takes damage, Lord Vader gains 2% ultimate charge, increased to 3% if that ally was an unaligned Force user. Empire and Darkside unaligned Force user allies have plus 35% critical chance and critical damage when targeting a Galactic Republic enemy. Whenever an enemy critically hits an Empire or Darkside unaligned Force user ally, that enemy has minus 30% critical damage, stacking for 3 turns. While Empire and Darkside unaligned Force user allies are at certain health thresholds, they gain different benefits. While above 35% health, during an enemy's attack, they're immune to max health reduction and other damage that is based on max health. While above 50% health, they're immune to damage over time and thermal detonator effects. While below 80% health, they can't be critically hit. I need a drink. Ganja Club, what's happening? Are people falling asleep? I know, Andre, I've got the wrong date on there. I need to redo the contest. The contest is active through October 22nd. Make sure to comment on the stream so I know you're here and I can register you to get a ticket for the drawing for a €50 gift card. And comment on every video you see. Every comment gets you a ticket into the drawing. Twisted Prophecy. Lord Vader is immune to turn meter manipulation and his attacks cannot be evaded. At the start of battle, he loses all protection and gains that much max health, and dark side unaligned force user allies gain speed up and stealth for 2 turns. At the start of each of Lord Vader's turns, enemies are inflicted with 2 damage over time effects for 2 turns, which can't be resisted. Enemies with damage over time effects can't gain bonus turn meter. At the start of each other character's turn, Lord Vader gains 1 stack of underestimated, max 60, doubled for Galactic Republic and Jedi enemies. Underestimated. Vindictive Storm, Dark Harbinger, and Unshackled Emotions gain additional effects. And once again, Galactic Legend. This unit takes reduced damage from percent health damage effects and massive damage effects. They take massive damage from destroy effects, excludes raid bosses, and are immune to stun effects. This unit has plus 10% max health and max protection per relic amplifier level, and damage they receive is decreased by 30%. My eyes are starting to cross. I don't know, man. Do old ones count? I don't. Yes, any video on the channel that you comment on, you will be registered with a ticket in the contest for a 50-euro gift card from your buddy and mine, Jamie Dean. This is Rey, heir to the Jedi. Requires one randomly, out of the blue, heir to the Jedi. Sorry about that little editorial comment. Requires 100% ultimate charge to activate. Rey gains 6% ultimate charge at the start of every character's turn. Until the end. Now notice how much shorter this is than the new ones. Until the end of Rey's next turn, she enters a defensive stance, and damage light side allies receive is reduced to 1. While in this stance, Rey can't act, has 30% less speed, is immune to all detrimental effects, and cannot be defeated. Upon activating this ability, again, she deals true damage, ignores defense, but can't critically hit, to the enemy team, split among them all, and ultimate charge is consumed. This attack cannot be countered or evaded. Relentless Advance. Deal physical damage to target enemy. If it's Rey's turn, she deals damage a second time. She'll taunt you a second time. Has plus 50% health steal and ignores 50% of the target's armor. This health steal is doubled while Rey is under 50% health. Lifeblood. Rey loses 25% health, and target light side ally gains bonus protection equal to the amount lost. All other light side allies gain half of that amount. If Rey is at full health when she uses this ability, all light side allies gain critical hit immunity for 2 turns. Target other ally gains lifeblood until they are defeated or until lifeblood is granted to a different ally, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Rey cannot be defeated by this ability. Lifeblood, damage received decreased by 30% and damage dealt increased by 30%. Sudden Whirlwind. Do 2 times massive damage to target enemy, dealing 7% more damage per relic amplifier level. Then deal physical damage to all enemies. Enemies defeated by this ability cannot be revived. This attack cannot be countered or evaded. Should be nor evaded, but that's okay. This ability can't be used unless a light side ally dropped below 60% health since its last use. A light side ally needs to have dropped below 60% health in order to use this ability for the first time. Wisdom of the Sacred Texts. Light side allies have plus 40% mastery, plus 30 speed, and plus 30% max health. Whenever an enemy gains bonus turn meter, inspired light side allies gain 5% mastery, stacking, until the end of the encounter. The first time each light side ally falls below 50% health, they gain damage immunity for 1 turn, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented, and recover 50% health when it expires. Manifest Inspiration. At the start of her turn, Rey becomes inspired. If she is already inspired, she instead inspires the healthiest light side ally who isn't. Inspire light side allies dispel all debuffs in themselves when they use a basic ability during their turn. Light side allies with inspired or damage immunity can't have their turn meter reduced. And finally, Galactic Legend, this will look familiar. This unit takes reduced damage from percent health damage effects and massive damage effects. They take massive damage from destroy effects, excludes raid bosses, and are immune to stun effects. This unit has plus 10% max health and max protection per relic amplifier level, and damage they receive is decreased by 30%. Do it, Alex. Hey, Beskar Bandito. Make sure to watch them while you're doing that, Alex. Beskar Bandito with the contribution. I need to log that. Let's see what pops up. Here it is. We need to get you in the donation drawing for this month. Hang on. All right. Thank you, sir. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Is he actually going to go through all of them? Well, I can't get through all of them today. It's 35 minutes so far, and we've only gotten through 4 Galactic Legends. These kits are redonkulous, but we're going to get through a bunch. We'll do it for about an hour at a time. We'll do an hour today, an hour another time. Give you guys a bunch of stuff you can fall to sleep. Now, I'm pretty sure we put several people to sleep already. I am all the Sith. Requires 100% ultimate charge to activate. Sith Eternal Emperor gains 2% ultimate charge whenever a deceived enemy uses an ability. If Sith Eternal Emperor is the leader, he also gains 8% ultimate charge whenever a linked ability enemy uses an ability. Sith Eternal Emperor gains mastery equal to his current mastery until the end of the battle and transforms into Sith Eternal Emperor Restored. If he is the leader, all other Darkside allies gain mastery equal to their current mastery until the end of battle. Remove Deceived from all deceived enemies and inflict Deceived until the end of the encounter on those enemies, which can't be copied, dispelled, or resisted. That's dumb. When Sith Eternal Emperor transforms, he loses the abilities Deception and So Be It Jedi and gains 2 new abilities. Basic Revitalize Shock. Deal special damage to target enemy and inflict shock for 2 turns, which can't be copied or dispelled. This attack deals 150% more damage to deceived lightside enemies. If the target was already deceived, reduce the cooldown of power. Unlimited power by 1 for each deceived enemy. This attack can't be evaded. Special power. Unlimited power. Instantly defeat linked enemies and deal special damage to all enemies. Then dispel all buffs on deceived enemies and deal special damage to them. Enemies defeated by this ability cannot be revived. This attack cannot be evaded. AJ Nation. Thanks, Alex. Deception. Deal special damage to target enemy. If that enemy wasn't deceived, they become deceived for 2 turns. Increase to 3 turns if they are a Jedi. Deceived cannot be copied, dispelled, or resisted. Sith Eternal Emperor gains speed up for 2 turns. This ability can't be countered. Deceived can't target Sith Eternal Emperor during their turn if another Sith enemy is active. When an ability is used, Sith Eternal Emperor gains 2% ultimate charge. So be it, Jedi. Deal special damage to target enemy and call all other Darkside allies to assist, dealing 10% more damage for each deceived enemy. Darkside allies recover 50% protection. Jedi enemies defeated this turn cannot be revived. Unraveled Destiny. Darkside allies gain Retribution for 3 turns, and Darkside tank allies gain Taunt for 2 turns. Remove Linked from all enemies, then target enemy becomes linked until a linked enemy is defeated or until the end of the encounter. Sith Eternal Emperor gains the granted ability Entwined Fate and takes a bonus turn. During this bonus turn, Sith Eternal Emperor may only use Entwined Fate, can't be ability blocked, ignores taunt effects, and may not target a linked character. Linked. This character is linked. Entwined Fate. Target enemy becomes linked. This ability is removed and can't be used again until Unraveled Destiny is used. Sith Eternal. Dark side allies have plus 25% mastery, plus 30% potency, and plus 20 speed, doubled for Sith allies. Whenever a deceived or linked enemy uses an ability, Sith Eternal Emperor gains 10% mastery, stacking until the end of encounter, and other Sith allies gain half that amount. Whenever a linked enemy uses an ability, Sith Eternal Emperor gains 8% ultimate charge. After the start of each encounter, whenever an enemy gains a buff that can't be dispelled, Sith allies gain 5% turn meter. Whenever a Sith ally is defeated, dispel all debuffs on other Sith allies and they recover 100% health and protection. Sith allies can't be revived and they ignore defense when targeting a Jedi enemy. So Discord. Sith, by the way, join my Discord. We have a lot of fun conversations, videos are announced in there, and just a good old raucous time for everybody in my Discord. You recorded this, J-Nation? Just play it again on YouTube. Come on, man. Help a brother out. Sith Eternal Emperor is immune to taunt effects and turn meter reduction. Deceived enemies can't counterattack, and deceived rebel and Jedi enemies can't gain bonus turn meter. At the start of Sith Eternal Emperor's turn, if no enemies are deceived, the weakest light side enemy becomes deceived for 2 turns. Whenever a deceived enemy uses an ability, their weakest ally without deceived becomes deceived for the max duration Sith Eternal Emperor could inflict on them, limit once per turn. And Sith... Little sneeze there. Sith Eternal Emperor recovers 2% protection. Deceived cannot be copied, dispelled, or resisted. At the start of each linked enemy's turn, linked enemies lose 20% max protection, quadrupled for Jedi, and Sith Eternal Emperor gains 25% of the amount lost. Linked raid bosses instead gain exposed for 2 turns, which can't be resisted. Linked enemies can't critically hit, and damage they deal is decreased by 25%. And finally, the all too familiar Galactic Legend. This unit takes reduced damage from percent health damage effects and massive damage effects. They take massive damage from destroy effects, excludes raid bosses, and are immune to stun effects. This unit has plus 10% max health and max protection per relic amplifier level, and damage they receive is decreased by 30%. And finally, our last Galactic Legend, Sith Eternal Backup Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Thank you, Cyrano. Requires at least 60% ultimate charge to activate. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren gains 2% ultimate charge whenever a dark side ally deals physical or special damage to an enemy, increased to 5% on a critical hit. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren dispels all debuffs on himself, enters an aggressive stance, and deals physical damage to all enemies which cannot be evaded. While in this stance, Kylo is immune to damage and detrimental effects. He can't be defeated, his siphon is doubled, and his abilities have no cooldowns. 60% aggressive stance lasts for 1 turn. 85% ultimate charge, aggressive stance lasts for 2 turns. 100% ultimate charge, aggressive stance lasts for 3 turns. Brutal Assault. Inflict buff immunity for 2 turns on target enemy and deal physical damage. Sorry about that, excuse me, I had to burp. To them twice. If the target was stunned, deal damage again and gain advantage for 2 turns. If it's Kylo's turn, he gains 10 siphon until the end of the encounter. Siphon. This unit will gain 1% of a stat per stack, and the target will lose the amount gained. Stasis Strike, otherwise known as Stabby by me. Dispel all buffs on all enemies and stun target enemy for 2 turns, which can't be copied, dispelled, or resisted. Then deal physical damage to target enemy, and Kylo gains 20 Siphon until the end of the encounter. On a critical hit, Kylo gains 40 Siphon instead. This attack can't be evaded. Furious Onslaught. Deal physical damage to all enemies. Kylo siphons mastery from target enemy, doubled if they were stunned, which can't be resisted. Then dispel all debuffs on all Darkside allies and grant them advantage for 2 turns. Siphon Mastery. Gain a percentage of mastery equal to this unit's siphon until the end of the encounter, and the target loses that much mastery. Stacking excludes raid bosses and galactic legends. Supreme Leader. Darkside allies have plus 30 speed, plus 40% mastery, and plus 50% critical damage, and they can't be critically hit while they have advantage. Whenever a Darkside ally loses advantage without scoring a critical hit, they gain advantage for 1 turn at the end of the turn. Whenever a Darkside ally gains advantage if they didn't already have it, they gain a bonus based on their role. Tanks taunt for 2 turns. Attackers gain critical damage up for 2 turns. Supports and healers gain 20% turn meter. Press the Advantage. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is immune to stagger and can't gain taunt effects. And enemies defeated during his turn cannot be revived. Whenever a Darkside ally loses turn meter, they gain 10% of their current max health and max protection, stacking until the end of the battle. Whenever a Darkside ally gains bonus turn meter, they lose 10% of their current max health and max protection, stacking until the end of the battle. And finally, our last Galactic Legend ability. This unit takes reduced damage from percent health damage effects and massive damage effects. They take massive damage from destroy effects, excludes raid bosses, and are immune to stun effects. This unit has plus 10% max health and max protection per relic amplifier level, and the damage they receive is decreased by 30%. And that concludes our Galactic Legend portion of reading abilities. Next, I'm not going to go to the leader here. Let's see what I'm going to go to. How about we go to, let's try out some neutral. Who do we got? Hondo Onaka. Tell you what we're going to do, everybody. I'm going to take a minute break here. Let me get over to my webcam. And we're going to play One Porg in a Dream just for maybe a minute or so while I just I'm going to turn the volume down and have it chill. I just need to rest my voice for a short minute. And Ewok and Roll, welcome to the channel. Good decision. One of the best decisions of your life. Probably the loudest thing anybody's going to hear on this stream. Anyway, let's hear One Porg in a Dream just for a minute or so. One pork in a tree. Alright, everybody. Sauron, how's it going? I've got my tea. I did a little dance. There's no way we'll get... It took me 48 minutes to get through just the Galactic Legends. We're not going to be here all night. We're going to do this for another, I don't know, another 20 minutes or so. But then we will... Avalon, see you, buddy. We'll see you next stream. Let's take a look at Hondo Ohnaka. After I read Hondo's abilities, I'm going to go pull up a few early game characters so you can see how crazy ridiculous these kits are now compared to what they used to be at the beginning of the game. Okay. I smell profit. Deal special damage to target enemy. Gain 1 stack of ransom, max 50 for the rest of the encounter, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. If the enemy is light side, Hondo removes 10% turn meter from them. If the enemy is dark side, Hondo gains 10% turn meter, ransom, plus 2% max health, and tenacity. I don't want to kill you per se. Remove 20% turn meter from all enemies. Hondo gains outmaneuver for 2 turns, which can't be copied. Inflict captive on the target enemy, excluding Galactic Legends, which can't be copied, dispelled, evaded, prevented, or resisted until the start of Hondo's second turn. Enemies gain 25 buffs or Hondo is defeated. That's the longest run-on sentence I've ever seen in my life. That's crazy. Whenever captive expires, Hondo gains 10 stacks of ransom. Captive on character, speed set to 0, can't bonus attack or gain bonus turn meter. Captive on raid bosses, minus 30% critical damage, defense, and offense. Insolence, we are pirates. Dispel all debuffs on all scoundrel allies. Call target ally to assist, then Hondo assists. If target ally is light side, they gain 25% damage and defense penetration for this attack. If target ally is dark side, they gain 25% critical chance and critical damage for this attack. Hondo gains defense up for 2 turns and 4% offense per stack of ransom for 3 turns. If Hondo has at least 5 stacks of ransom, dark side enemies are inflicted with ability block for 1 turn, which can't be evaded or resisted, and light side enemies are inflicted with buff immunity for 1 turn, which can't be evaded or resisted. If Hondo has at least 25 stacks of ransom, increase cooldowns of all enemies by 1. That's just good business. Hondo has 100% health steal. Whenever Hondo evades an attack, he gains a stack of ransom. If a captive enemy is defeated and Hondo does not have at least 10 stacks of ransom, Hondo escapes from battle. Hondo gains bonuses based on the amount of stacks of ransom. 5 plus stacks, add exposed to the target enemy for 1 turn, and gain foresight for 1 turn on his basic ability, plus 10 stacks. Immune to critical hits, 15 stacks. Recover 20% health at the start of his turn, 20 plus stacks. Recover 20% protection at the start of his turn. At the start of his turn, if there's an enemy with the captive debuff, Hondo gains 15% critical chance, critical damage, and defense penetration, stacking max 150%, and 3 speed, stacking max 30 for the rest of the encounter. While in Grand Arenas, Hondo starts the encounter with 25% turn meter for each other scoundrel or smuggler ally. If there's an enemy with the captive debuff at the start of Hondo's turn, Hondo gains an additional 15% critical chance, critical damage, and defense penetration per turn, stacking max 150% and 3 speed, stacking max 30. And finally, I guess we won't be friends. The first time any character gains bonus turn meter each turn, Hondo gains 5% bonus turn meter. Whenever any character gains a buff, Hondo recovers 5% protection. Whenever any character assists, Hondo gains protection up, 5% stacking for 1 turn. If Hondo had at least 2 other allies at the start of the encounter, the first time Hondo has no other active allies, he gains 100% turn meter and 25% counter chance, defense, evasion, offense, potency, and tenacity for the rest of the encounter. Hello there, hello there, hello there, sexy Revan. Oh, it is a sexy stream, you're right. Okay, now, I'm going to pull up, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pull up some of the very first characters in the game, some of the very early Jedi that were in the game that had not had their kits changed, and show you the differences in kits today versus kits at the beginning of the game. We just went through all the current kits. Let's open up Eth Koth here. Good old Eth Koth. Level 1 Breaching Strike. Deal physical damage to target enemy with a 50% chance to inflict defense down for 3 turns. If the target is a droid, this attack has a 100% chance. Oh no, watch out. One enemy gets defense down. Force Push. Deal special damage to target enemy with a 75% chance to stun for 1 turn and a 100% chance to inflict ability block for 3 turns if the target is a droid. He's meant to be an anti-droid guy, but nobody cares. His leader ability. Jedi allies gain 60 defense. That is not 60% defense. That's just 60 number defense. An anti-droid specialist, Eth Koth has 35% critical chance and plus 20% critical damage when attacking droids. That's it. That's Eth Koth. Everybody's favorite boy Cup. Non-lethal takedown. Deal physical damage to target enemy with a 50% chance to stun the target for 1 turn. Non-lethal crowd control. Deal physical damage to all enemies with a 70% chance to inflict offense down for 2 turns. Non-lethal specialist. Coruscant Underworld Police gains 30% potency. In addition, he gains 20% turn meter whenever he inflicts a negative status effect. He could take a lot of turns. Anywho, what else we got? What other simple ones? I know we got more simple. Luminara Unduli. Flow of the Force. Deal physical damage to target enemy with a 50% chance to gain evasion up for 2 turns. Force Blast. She's all about evasion, by the way. Deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict ability block for 1 turn. Master Healer's Blessing. Each ally recovers health equal to 45% of Luminara Unduli's max health, plus an additional 20% of her max health on the start of their next 2 turns. And Elegant Steps. Jedi allies gain 15% evasion and recover health equal to 8% of Luminara's max health at the start of each of their turns. Non-Jedi allies receive half of the evasion bonus and heal effect. Whenever any ally gains a buff they do not have, they gain a heal over time effect for 2 turns. And that's it for Ol Lumi. How about Clone Wars Chewbacca? Bowcaster. Deal physical damage to target enemy with a 55% chance to remove 50% turn meter. Wookiee Rage. Chewbacca taunts and gains 30% health up for 2 turns. Defiant Roar. Chewbacca dispels all debuffs from himself, recovers 50% of his max health, gains defense up for 3 turns, and has a 50% chance to gain 25% turn meter. And Wookiee Resolve. All allies have plus 50% defense and a 50% chance to gain defense up for 3 turns whenever they are damaged. What a kit. Speaking of Kit Fisto. Deal physical damage to target enemy with a 30% chance to attack again. Kit Fisto has a 50% chance to gain 15% turn meter with each attack. Turn the Tide. Deal physical damage to all enemies and grant all allies potency up for 3 turns. Jedi Protector. All allies gain 25% tenacity, and Jedi allies gain 45 defense. And Superior Blade Work. Kit Fisto has 35% counter chance and plus 20% offense. Isla Secura. Now she's been reworked, I believe. Maybe not. Inspiring Strike. Deal physical damage to target enemy with a 35% chance to call an ally to assist. If the assisting ally is a Jedi, they deal 50% more damage. Survivor. Deal physical damage to target enemy and recover health equal to 65% of the damage dealt. Jedi Valor. Jedi allies gain 40% tenacity and recover 10% of their max health when they resist an effect. and superior riposte. Isla has 10% critical chance, plus 10%, 65% counter chance, and plus 50% counter damage. In addition, she stuns her target for 1 turn whenever she critically hits. Plo Koon, Quelling Blow. Deal physical damage to target enemy and dispel all buffs on them. If an effect is dispelled, Plo Koon gains defense up for 3 turns. Force Judgment. Deal special damage to all enemies with a 70% chance to inflict offense down for 3 turns. Take Charge. All allies gain defense up for 4 turns. Clone and Jedi allies gain 50% turn meter, and other allies gain half that amount. Overwatch. Ooh, before the game, right? Each ally has a 55% chance to remove stealth from each enemy at the start of their turn. If they dispel any enemies, they gain offense up for 1 turn. Useless. All right. Well, we've been on for an hour. I think that's the end. Oh, wait. Let's read Jedi Knight Guardian here. Saber Sweep. Deal physical damage to target enemy with a 55% chance of inflicting offense down for 2 turns. Saber Throw. Deal physical damage to all enemies with a 55% chance to inflict ability block for 1 turn. This chance is increased to 100% on a critical hit. In addition, Jedi Knight Guardian gains defense up for 2 turns. And Defend the Order. While below 50% health, Jedi Knight Guardian has 30% tenacity and recovers 15% of her max health at the start of each of her turns. And I think that's going to do it for us on the early kit. Oh, how about... We'll go with one more. We'll go with Jedi Counselor, and that's going to wrap up our stream for today. Hopefully everybody's asleep by now and you're not worried about this, but we'll see. Saber Strike. Deal physical damage to target enemy with a 50% chance to reduce Jedi Counselor's cooldowns by 1. Jedi Healing. Each ally recovers health equal to 40% of Jedi Counselor's max health, with a 50% chance of granting Jedi Counselor 25% turn meter. Attack as defense. Deal special damage to target enemy and recover health equal to 30% of the damage dealt. This attack has a 50% chance to ignore the target's armor. And there you go. That is our ability reading for today. Hopefully this ASMR has helped you get some sleep, helped you maybe cope with a little bit of the challenges in your life, maybe made you realize that they need to give us double ship drops in the game, because it's ridiculous that we don't have them. We need double ship drops. How many shards do I have? That'd be nice to see. Anyway, everybody, that's going to wrap us up. I'm not going to pop the Nooch Too Good up there because I don't want the beep at the end to wake people up out of a deep slumber. So we're going to hold off on Nooch Too Good. I'm just going to have you remember, everybody, thanks for popping on. Have a great night. And always remember, Nooch Too Good.